This is Volleyball DNA.
So Sumang, first of all, I just want to say thank you for, taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I'm not just saying this because, we're friends and we're on the show. I really admire the way you play because, playing in volleyball is like second nature to you. It's so effortless, and I love the energy that you give off when you're on the court. But tell us yung origin story mo. How did you start playing volleyball?
Well, first I started practicing taekwondo in elementary, and doon ko na-realize na I have something I can offer in any sport. Kasi I have that competitiveness, I have that aggressiveness towards my opponent, like win this certain match. And there's this incident where my parents didn't let me practice taekwondo because I did the number one thing that you shouldn't do if you train taekwondo is to use your practice to innocent people. So I used that to my sister. I was a kid. Yeah, but I think that's God telling me, di ka dyan. Like, masyado kang magiging ano dyan, like aggressive or I don't know. And then in elementary, I was just in our classroom like studying. And then I saw these little kids who are like playing in the quadrangle. So I started thinking, my cousins used to watch volleyball games like AK's V-League in San Juan Arena. Kukuha sila ng ticket kahit 10 lang. So growing up with that environment made me curious na parang what's in this sport that parang it's gonna give me that sense of fulfillment or happiness at a very young age. So um joined the team. Um we made it to larong NCR, and the coach of NU was there, NU Bullpup, and he approached me and he's like, you have the aggressiveness and you have the speed, but you don't have the height. I really sabi ko, coach, I'm just doing this for fun because um it gives me that talagang parang ang saya-saya na nakakalaro ko ng volleyball, nakabuo siya ng araw ko. Kasi na-addict ako sa paglalaro ng volleyball, I think around grade 6. Like, I'm obsessed with volleyball. Then, new Bullpups recruited me and doon ko na-realize din na this sport can offer a lot of opportunities. And then, by having that mindset, entering the UAAP juniors volleyball tournament, I'm glad that I chose this sport kasi I never thought I would get a 4-time as Libero streak in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, not to brag, but it is something that I am holding on because not everyone is given that opportunity to kind of represent yourself to the field of volleyball.
Yeah.
Then nandun ako showing my skills and talent and hard work.
You
And
should be proud of that kasi pinaghirapan mo yun
yeah. And nagbunga naman siya. So
Oo.
Coach O was coaching National University Bulldogs, which is the men's volleyball. Third year, he saw me. I was walking down. Kasi NU may escalator yan sa campus. I was walking towards the escalator. He approached me. So our conversation is basically, I'm on the escalator going up. He's like, going out the gate na. I'm like, oy, Sumang, akin ka na akin ka na sa college. Sabi ko, coach, no problem. Wala. Diretso lang. Alam mo yung moment na yun?
Oo.
So, So I
That
had to
would
go down.
determine your future.
Yeah.
That moment.
So I had to go down to talk to him and be like, Coach, it's really something that I need to risk. Kasi growing up in a family who's having so many problems at home, like financial, relationship with my parents. I think they were getting a divorce at that time. So basically, my escape to those problems was volleyball. The thing that maybe God was telling me that maybe you should focus on that, take the risk, jump, and go to Ateneo, even though you're in third year pa lang, you're going somewhere else. So having that mindset at a very young age and having that maturity to have a decision for myself or for my career is very um amazing. I can't put it into words because it's the age of 16 I'm in college. So I don't think I don't think that's an easy task to do, especially
Yes.
I was living alone. Basically I grew up independently and I'm happy for that. I learned from my mistake, I learned from my failures, from rejection, but at least I'm still here and making my dream happen day
Yeah,
by
you
day.
are thriving. You are
Yeah, I
thriving. And
am.
that's from your hard work and
Yes.
perseverance. I mean,
Yes.
nothing
Thank you.
stopped you. Nothing
Thank
stopped
you.
you. And you had to
Yeah.
mature at a young age, ha? Living independently in Manila is
Yes.
not easy. At like what,
Yes.
16? That's not easy.
Yeah, that's
So,
not
grabe. But did you ever think that you'd make it this far in your career?
well, like what I said, it's all about risk and having that decision for yourself and having that choice na eventually it will grow your seed that you planted way back. Diba? Parang who would have thought I would get a chance to play for Ateneo? Diba? Like I was
Yeah.
just a fan. You know that. Can I show the picture
We
or
had a pic. We have a pic.
oh my god, I
Yeah.
look so good.
Sobrang fun. Ang nene ko rin doon, please.
Yeah. Naman sa contact lens, like gray eyes.
Oo. Smirk lang.
Work lang, ganda lang. But yes, that's basically it. Like I was just a fan of volleyball, putting in the work while I'm in high school, not thinking about future, not even worrying about where I'm gonna end up. So staying grounded and just staying present, it's just basically helped me go through all these challenges alongside my journey and eventually yeah, like I'm here receiving so many blessings, so many opportunities, so many like I think doors that I thought it was closed, then it was just like I just have to reach for it. Like I just have to put in work. I just have to create the stairs going towards that door in order for me to enter and receive that new challenges and new chapter, kumbaga.
You know how volleyball players are mostly known for, syempre, mga spikes, pag nakaka-point, hard serves. But the action isn't all in the attack. Alam naman natin yan.
Yes, we know
You know,
that.
nothing feels more fulfilling than when you get to keep the ball alive after a hard
Yes.
hit especially. Kasi yun
Yes.
naman yung essence ng volleyball, di ba?
Yes.
And, as the libero, that's our
Mhm.
job. And nabanggit mo nga kanina, di ba, sabi sa'yo na masyado ka daw maliit.
Yeah.
Sabi ng coach ng NU Ball Pops when you were being recruited. So, but did you choose to play as a libero or was that role like given to you? Kasi you were small.
Um Actually it wasn't given to me. It's not even just like a decision. It just ang lumabas lang siya naturally. Having that speed and aggressiveness to get the ball. At a very young age, like elementary, who would have thought like this kid is doing dolphin dive on a floor na cemento.
Oo.
I have
Nakakatakot yun.
yeah, nakakatakot. Parang yung eagerness mo to get the ball, mo malalaman na, oh, you're meant to be this person in this field, like this
Yeah.
position. Yeah. So, I guess being a libero din kasi, it's something that people should admire, not just all the spikes. Because without good receive, it's not, parang walang magandang attack. Like, I mean, if you have Mark Espejo or you have Eliza Valdez, then mas mo lang yung bola sa kanila. Like, they know what to do. But,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to help your other teammates to have that execution, great execution, you have to start with leadership and receiving. You know how to lead, when to receive the ball, when to, you know, when it's crucial, you know how to talk to your teammates. Okay, on this serve, I will get this ball so that you can approach. You know, you have to be specific when it comes to, you know, um, passing the ball. For defense, like what you said, iba rin yung makakakuha ka ng hard hit and then na-transition mo siya into a point.
Yeah.
That's when you know your role matters.
Right. Because when you're playing in a team, you have to have a role and you have to embrace
Yes.
that role.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes, that's very true.
Sumang, marami ka ng pinagdaanan when it comes to volleyball. I mean, you came from NU, which is
Yes.
a very
Powerhouse.
strong team in high
Yeah.
school, diba? Even in college.
Yeah.
And then you went to Ateneo and now you're with Signal in Spikers Turf.
Yes.
You know, sa lahat ng yon, what's your fondest memory as a volleyball player? Even when you were a kid, just starting out.
I don't know parang ang dami. Ang daming magagandang memories alongside my journey. Kasi all the opportunities that came without even asking God. For example, having those matches in or training camp in Thailand. It's a very good blessing to me na kasi doon ko nakikilala yung sarili ko when it comes to character and discipline. Kasi we're not in the Philippines, so I have to be disciplined and show what I'm capable of. And that character when it comes to my teammate, like sino ba si Sumang outside the court. Probably fondest memory that I would say is that match with FEU last season 80, season 80, yung step ladder namin, we beat them twice during the step ladder. And
Yeah.
that feeling you crave when you get a win, especially if it's like sobrang sarap ng panalo. Iba yung gusto mo siya i-capture lahat, like every detail of that day, every point, every smile of the coach, every of the fans cheering for the team. I always like think about that game every time. Alam mo, parang may mga alone time ako and then that was a good game.
Yun yung mga masarap balik-balikan, no?
Yes, yes.
How about your biggest achievement naman?
My biggest achievement would probably be the Signal spot. Say like what happened to me in high school, like who would have thought I would be on another level without asking for anything. I'm just playing volleyball.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to get, I think 2019, I was about to get my degree for Ateneo. Now I'm gonna start working. And it's okay because I have, I think I'm equipped naman to work for my future. But God really showed up. Like, oh, hindi ka pa tapos maglaro ng volleyball. May Signal ka pa. And then I came into Signal, my first conference, we were champions, and that was the first time I got my first Best Libero award in professional. And I'm very, very happy for that achievement and super grateful for that.
You guys are a powerhouse in Spikers Turf. Like with Signal, oh my gosh, ang lakas nyo. And you guys are up against, syempre, the best of the best rin in Spiker Surf. Everybody's there playing. And for you to get an award as the best libero, that's a big achievement.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is.
So, Sumang, let's talk about the UAAP naman. And I want to be particular. Season 82 was supposed to be your swan song. I know na psych kayo as a team and of course ikaw to start the season and for it to end so abruptly after only playing 2 games. Well, for me, it's just heartbreaking, you know. But how did you take the news that the UAAP was canceled because of the pandemic?
Well, honestly, I was disappointed. Um, not on other people, but with the future that we could have, parang makukuha na sana. Because
Mm.
going back to our Japan trip, we were playing good, and I could see how I could really work with these people because this is the young generation,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah.
having the experience with Signal 2019, I can offer something else to this team without any doubt, any worry. I just have to play my game, and they will deliver. They're actually following me, and I'm actually pressured with the responsibility, but at the same time, I needed that to grow as a person and as a player also. So yeah, I was disappointed, but it's like a volleyball game. Like every point, you have to move on,
Yeah.
right? Like I really
Right.
uses that analogy when it comes to life. Kung may mangyaring masama ng kalaban, we move on, we get the next point. If we get the point, we will get another point. It's just a matter of perspective.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, like I struggled with some mental health problems, but I made it through. It took me a while, but yeah, I think manifesting good things for yourself is really true. Whatever the universe wants to show to you, it will be there. Like it will be given to you as long as you're thinking ahead and knowing that this is the right thing for you. It gives me that assurance now. I'm gonna be on the court someday. I'm gonna be on the court again someday and crying because I'm not sad, but I'm happy that I'm with my teammates with Signal or I'm playing a match for Signal. So
Mm.
it's just a matter of mindset and perspective, I guess.
Yeah. The past year hasn't been kind
Yeah.
to a lot of us because of the
Yes.
pandemic, and it hasn't been easy.
Yes.
As an athlete, though, like what challenges did you face during quarantine? You mentioned mental health. You
Yeah.
went through something.
I'm gonna be honest with what I've been through. Kasi before it was hard for me to open up. But I think it should be like this that many people should speak about um, mental health because
Mm-mm.
it's a disease that no one really sees. It's something na parang delikado kasi parang in our society, you can just treat that as, parang ano lang, sige lang, magpahinga ka lang or may tawag dito, may stereotype. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah, may stereotype. But I was diagnosed with chronic depression. It's a mild. I think that's the first stage of depression. But I realized that I was going through so many things. Like I was going through a heartbreak. I was going through a heartbreak. I was going through family problems. I have no volleyball. I have no friends with me to comfort me or to be with me. Basically, I was just in my head for like 5 months, and it was hard. It was tough, but I'm glad I asked for help and from a specialist, and she really helped me to gather my thoughts and figure things out on my own. Kumbaga, nilatag lang namin yung mga problema, ano ba yung kayang ayusin, ano ba yung hindi kaya ayusin. So that I cannot worry on those things. I can just focus on this. Like for example, national team. I feel better na I think the start of the depression was July, and then it lasted until August, and then September came. I realized that I need to start preparing for the national team without knowing when is it gonna be. So that thinking helped me get out of that, bubble of in my head that you're just parang it's hard to explain, but basically having that thinking is a one step ahead na towards what's coming for me right now, di ba? Parang yeah, it's something that kasi people should understand. Mental health is just not um an illness that you can just talk to someone and then they'll feel better. Some people, they need assistance, they need help from a specialist, and shouldn't be stereotype na parang baliw ka, ganyan, like wala lang yan. Parang hindi talaga siya acceptable for me.
Yeah.
Kasi everyone is actually going through so many things, from their issues, from their insecurities, flaws, traumas. Yeah, so I guess should matapos na yun. Yun lang yung para sa akin. Sana matapos na yun.
Yeah.
For our
I'm
society.
glad you got help, Sumang. You needed that, and I'm glad you came out of it, better. And thank you for being so honest and sharing your story.
Yeah.
I mean that mustn't have been easy for you to share. So yeah, for our society kasi mahirap pa rin to talk about mental health, but it's there. A lot of people go through hard times, especially now. So be kind to everyone. You don't know what they're going through. On a lighter note, I'm really fond of the content that you post on Instagram. Well, not just Instagram, even on Twitter, but particularly your volleyball highlights. In one of your posts, yung description doon, you're very particular about skills and techniques, yung execution of plays. Do you plan to become a coach someday?
Wow. I never thought about that pa. But since you asked, probably no. I just don't have the time to be at the gym twice a day, every day. But I have the passion to help someone.
Yeah.
For example, actually I'm about to start working in Manila Sports Council, and we were planning to grow the game for men's volleyball. So alongside with my workmates, we are actually making a blueprint for Manila Men's Volleyball League, Manila City Men's Volleyball League. So that's what I'm actually aiming for, is to help these young athletes or aspiring athletes in men's volleyball to have something in the future to kind of look forward into. Diba?
Yeah.
It's not,
That's nice.
yeah, it's not an easy task, but eventually it's gonna be fulfilling for me and on my end, because volleyball helped me in so many ways. It helped me build my character. It helped me go through challenges in life. But it's time to give back, and I think this is the way of me giving back after all the blessings that came into my life throughout my journey.
That's so nice that you think about, the youth also and their
Yeah.
future, and you want to share your blessings with them. That's a really good movement, Sumang. I hope that pushes through.
Thank you. I hope so.
I know you're very passionate about volleyball, but you also have a love for the arts. Very
Yes.
artsy-fartsy also, ha? You and Basti launched an online art platform, Kaya Gallery PH. Can you tell us more about this passion project of yours?
Basically, my passion for art started in college when I was doing my thesis.
Mm.
My thesis is about mental health awareness through art. So I collaborate with different artists or athletes na artists like Rexental, um,
Mm.
Jay Nimes from the women's basketball team of Ateneo. Um, Basically, from that perspective of many students while experiencing the exhibit, made me think na, oh, this is something that helps me um, understand what I am going through because
Mhm.
not not everyone has that um, kumbaga, opportunity to present something to the school and be proud of it. So I grabbed that and started from there, and then I called Basti to start a gallery. And basically, it's a platform to connect and have great relationships with the artists in order for them to have a platform where they can um, connect with the audience. And the first exhibit was about beauty and isolation. It's very timely because
Mhm.
it's a pandemic, and it's a hard time to be home, feeling that isolation itself. I felt that, and having that passion project helped me um, kumbaga go through the things that I'm dealing with. And I'm glad that I did that and help many people also to, um, uh, make them understand through these paintings that there's beauty in isolation. You just have to see it and you just have to appreciate the little things.
Yeah. Sumang, one of the things that you're really aiming for, despite the pandemic, everything so uncertain, what pulled you out of your head, kumbaga, or like your outlet was still volleyball, and yung goal was to be part of the national team. Yeah, you've been working for that
Yes.
slot. And
Yes.
recently, you've been invited to try out for the national team. How are you preparing for it?
Yes. Um, I've been preparing for that since September, like what I said earlier. After going through these challenges, when I had a moment in mind, Sumang, I really had that self-talk. Sumang, 2021 next year, and it's gonna be secret. You have the opportunity to be part of the team, but what are you gonna do?
Mm.
And that self-talk is really important. I think Coach O taught me that. And having that question in my mind, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Doon nag-start na, okay, every day or every other day, I have to work out. Slowly but surely. Until January came, Signal signed me again under contract. 2021 started very strong
Yes.
and very good. And then,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. And then, February came. Um, I talked to my coaches that I need help. I need a trainer. I need a coach who will tell me what to do. Kumbaga, naging student ako ulit. Naging
Mm.
rookie ulit ako. And then, pagdating ng March, I got a message from Coach Dan. And that's where it started. Good thing I had that question in my mind. Like, what are you gonna do? So answering that question, I'm gonna work on. Day by day, not knowing that by April you would get the invitation. That's really something else, right?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
until now I'm getting goosebumps. But yeah, like it's really moving kasi not knowing the future is really um nakakatakot.
Yeah.
Having
Oh.
that reassurance in yourself that, you know, who wants this more? Like, anong gusto mong gawin para makarating sa pupuntahan mo? And that's an athlete should be, like have that. And they should have that mindset. Kasi this pandemic, dami na naturo na lesson for me, especially for everyone else. Yeah.
Well,
So going
good
into,
luck.
yeah,
Good luck.
thank you. Going into this training, I have this, kumbaga, parang idea na everyone is gonna start on the same level because it's the pandemic. Walang
Mhm.
magaling sa ganito, walang magaling sa ganito, walang condition sa ganyan. But the question is, who wants this more? Because being in the lineup and having us three lang, diba? Like,
Yeah.
Jacqueline King and Ricky Marcos, they're good liberos. Like, I really
Yeah.
appreciate the work they put inside the court. But they're something that I can offer also in the team, and I'm very proud of it because that's what I learned from Coach Ho is to have that leadership inside the court as a libero, and you would know that at the end. Like being a leader is not easy, but if you
Mhm.
have that thinking every point, every set, and every game, it can bring you to so many places, good places.
Yeah.
And I still keep that in mind every day.
Well, you talk about leadership. Recently, also, the FIVB revised its rule to allow the libero to be game captain. That's huge. Because at the top of my head, um, you're one of the few liberos that I know who can fill in that role. Because, aside from your exceptional skills, you are a leader. You are a leader. What advice can you give, our fellow liberos on how to be a good leader on and off the court?
Well, first, you have to do the right thing all the time. That's what I realized when I stopped playing college ball. Like how important doing the right thing until like kahit maliliit na bagay lang. Kasi it starts from there. You build habit by making the right things every day. So entering court, it's all about adapting. Adapting who are you with, who are the coaches who will help you navigate the defense and the receiving position, and being particular to role naman. It's all about the consistency and um, responsibility with your brothers or with your sisters. So um, yeah, I think that's just it. You, there are moments that you have to shut your mouth, and there are moments that you have to really shout and be like, "No, let's go!" Like you have to give them confidence as well.
Yeah.
You have energy is really important. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, what you circulate inside the court, that's what the energy will be. Will
And
be
you have to
out
be
there.
consistent. You have to be consistent with that energy.
Yes.
That's
So if
hard.
you wanna be, yeah, it's hard. And if you wanna be, if you wanna be that player who wants to be that, parang individual mindset lang or star personality, I don't think papasok yun as a libero. Kasi your role there is to help the team win. And I like helping. Many people has been helping me, and for me to kind of like be generous by, supporting my teammates with good words, kind words, motivate them. It comes out naturally if you're really kind. So, you know,
You're a good soul. I love you talaga.
thank you.
Let's talk about men's volleyball. It's been gaining a lot of attention and support that, it deserves. What can you say about its growth now in the Philippines?
I'm very, very happy. This generation of athletes are like the the most hardworking, the most confident players you could see from the differentiate myself from a different generation. But having our generation right now, we have that um, eagerness talaga na makapasok. Kumbaga, when Ateneo started going to the finals, that's when you started recruiting good players like Ryan Gunas. That's when you know that there's a good fight in this field. That's
Yeah.
what sports all about. It's a good fight inside the court.
Competition.
Yeah, the competition. And parang who's gonna win this intense game? Like who are the best? Like diba? Parang it's not just about the pride, but it's about the passion towards the sport. Kasi many of these athletes came from the province. And who would have thought they would get this opportunity to show their talent and be on TV and be like, oh, I got an offer from Japan, like for example, Ryan Lunas. Like I'm really a fan of Mark and Brian because they are really showing what Philippines is all about. And we, as a player in the Philippines, we have to raise our standards also, and that's good. That's good. I like that. So I'm a huge fan of Brian and Mark.
Yeah, they did us proud. I
Yeah,
mean, and I'm sure marami pang susunod sa kanila, maybe even you.
manifesting that.
Yes. All we can do now is manifest and keep working,
Yes,
right?
yes, putting in the work.
Uh Sumang, I'm so happy that you've been sharing, a lot about yourself, and you inspire me, and you inspire a lot of other players as well. For our viewers, what message can you give to aspiring volleyball players?
Um, First things first, I would say that always take the risk. That's really important. And along the journey, you have to be consistent. You have to be responsible with your actions, whether it's mistakes, failures, rejection. You have to be responsible and just keep going. And when the time comes, you have to know your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you in this team? You have to ask questions that eventually help you grow your character. Could lead to some championships. That's really important because it's all about learning and growing. Um, you can't really um kumbaga, down yourself from mistakes that you've done or failures that you've received or you've done. But it is what it is. You have to move on. Next point, you have to move on. So it's just an easy understanding about volleyball. It actually helps. It can actually help you to your day-to-day life.
Well, Sumang, again, thank you so much for your time. Ako,
Thank you.
you continue to inspire me, and to our viewers, thank you guys so much for watching. Sumanggid, we are looking forward to your continuous success, and good luck
Thank
sa
you.
tryouts for the
Yeah,
national team.
thank you. Actually, then and Anton, thank you for this opportunity for having a platform for young athletes, especially volleyball players. Especially nowadays that social media is easy access for anything. And now having a platform where we can express our thoughts that could eventually lead, inspire other people. I'm very grateful for this. So thank you so much. Kapon
It's
Kap.
really for you. Kapag ka. It's really for you guys to share your stories and, to keep the conversation about volleyball alive, especially during this time. So we can reach out then to more people, especially the fans.
Yes.
Again, you guys, thank you so much for watching In the Lab. This has been Denise Lazaro and Manuel Sumanguid. Thank you guys for watching. you for watching Volleyball DNA. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified for future episodes and interview highlights.
And while you're at it, head over to our Facebook page by clicking on the link in the description.